What's up, y'all? I hope everyone is adjusting to this dumpster fire of a year or whatever the hell is left of it at this point. So, this video is going to be very different from my normal content, and I suspect I'm going to piss off a lot of people. But if you know me, you know how much I like using my voice to speak on topics that I'm passionate about. And as I try to move a little bit closer towards a future in podcasting or, radio hosting, you're going to start to see more videos like this pop up on my channel. So just to give you a heads up. But with that said, I do want to address something that's been on my mind for quite some time. And this particular topic, I feel, has also been plaguing Black American culture for just as long, if not longer. And the reason that I'm bringing this up now in particular is because it's 2020, right? Everyone is talking about racial equality, so I feel like now is the perfect time to address something that we can do as a community to, move towards progress. So let's just first start off by saying that not everyone, contrary to what the media depicts, not everyone in America is in agreement with Black Lives Matter. I am one of those people. I agree with the sentiment that Black lives do matter, but I don't agree with the organization Black Lives Matter. And if you're curious as to my reasonings for that, let me know in the comments and I'll make a different video on that topic. But in any case, the end result of being a Black person who has even the slightest reservations about BLM usually results in something like this. Coon. Yeah. Coon. And we're not talking about raccoons either. Oh no, we're talking about a different type of coon. So this term in particular has been used for years as a way for some Black folks to describe others who simply disagree with them or don't participate in groupthink or the hive mentality. And let's take a look at the definition of coon very quickly. From the Urban Dictionary, an insulting term used by both races. When it's used by whites, it translates to when it's used by Blacks, it's used to describe other Blacks who are ignorant to white discrimination and unknowingly suffers with self-hatred. To be honest, I never understood the self-hatred, internalized racism, or any of that stuff. Like, how the fuck do you even know at this point? Like, how would you know that? But anyway, but by this definition, this basically means that when white people say the word, it's considered racist, but when Black people say the word, it's not racist. Similar to how the phrase racism is now automatically equated to institutional racism, which pretty much means that Black people are incapable of being racist because they simply do not have the power to do so, or as I'd like to call it, an excuse. See, remember when I said I'm going to piss people off? Here we are. An excuse. So I find that excusing undesirable behavior, especially when it comes to racism, is ultimately what's going to hold the Black community back from any real progress. Black people can be racist and bigoted just like any other race. So we need to drop that. We need to let that go. I know, like I said, this video is going to upset a lot of people, but you know what really upsets me? It's hypocrisy. I hate hypocrisy. And you know, the other thing that irritates me is when I have to take time out of my weekend to explain to my white friends why the phrase coon is popping up more frequently all over Twitter, or having to explain to my white friends why the Black community hates Terry Crews so much. Really? Terry Crews. Okay. And the ironic thing that I hear a lot of folks say is that Black people are not a monolith, which is true. Black people don't all think the same. However, some of the people that say this in the same breath will accuse someone of being a house Negro or an Uncle Tom or a coon simply over a disagreement, which in turn implies that Black people are in fact a monolith. Because what you're saying is that you're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to have your differing ideologies, your differing beliefs. You need to think just like us.
Yes, and by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
Gee, I wonder where Joe Biden ever got that idea that all black people think the same. But you know what? Let's actually go back to Terry Crews for a second, because he's probably the most popular person that I can reference right now who constantly deals with this type of vitriol. I believe his first tweet that set people off this year was this one in particular. Defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are in this together. Equality is the truth. Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong here, but asking for both white and black people to refrain from using a racist term seems pretty equal to me. Would you agree? Now, on the other hand, allowing only black people to use the word when it's convenient for them seems a little bit like, what's the word, Terry? Yeah, that's right, black supremacy. And if I'm being honest, I think that Black America should really be concerned with how other people perceive this type of hypocrisy in particular. Think about it. How are we gonna ask to end racism and ask for more equality when we're too busy bending the rules to be racist towards our own kind? It literally makes no sense. So, anyways, that's the end of this video. Of course, these are just my opinions and my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to follow my other channel, Subtweet This. It's a podcast where we challenge internet outrage by normalizing conversations again. My name is Gothix, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.